Yo guys, welcome to Solid Nate back in the boiler. So here we are. It is, let me see here, December 28th, 2022. Really warm out. As you can see, I don't even have a coat on. There's no need to do that. It's hot. I think it's supposed to be like 35, but it seriously feels like 55. It feels really hot outside. Very hot in the boiler room. Let me give you guys an update on what happened. So, I was working with a plumber, and we put on an automatic air vent. The old one broke. Can you see it? Yeah, there you go. The old one broke. We replaced the high limit shutoff valve or gauge. That got replaced. We replaced the temperature gauge right here and the pressure gauge, which by the way, it's sitting there running at a nice pressure. It's sitting there at 25 supposedly, which is high, which is supposed to be like higher than you need. But our problem is we keep on losing frickin' pressure, so we're running at a little high. Here's the fucking issue, guys. It got hot outside now. And so no one's calling for heat anymore. This is what I know is going to happen. I know this will fucking happen. So it's really hot. It's going to be really hot for like the next 15 days. But once we get back down to negative temperatures, the fucking boiler is going to shut off. That's what's going to happen. And the plumber doesn't think so, but I do. I do think so. He thinks the whole problem was just air in the system. That's what he tells me anyway. I don't agree. I think there's a leak. 99% of the time, if you're losing pressure, it's a damn leak. And that's what he kept on saying, but now that we got to this level, and he's tried so hard to fix it, he said, I think there's just air in the system, and then he put on the valve, the automatic bleeder up here, and he called it good and said, you guys should be fine. I just came out here to see what temperature it was running at. It looks like it gets to about 170 before shutting off. Here's what I'm doing. I have my windows open in my place, and I'm running the heat. I'm probably going to tell everybody else to do the same thing, because I really think that once it gets cold, this motherfucker is going to shut off again. It's just going to quit working. Pressure's going to go to zero, and it's going to stop working. That's what I think is going to happen. I don't think the plumber fixed anything, guys. I think there's a leak and we have yet to find it. However, I do want to update you guys. So what we did do, though, is we plugged the pressure relief valve, and we made it. We turned off all these valves. We made the pump turned off. We turned off the intake valve here. Everything was turned off, and we also plugged the top here too, with a gauge to show the pressure. And then we put a lot of water pressure into the boiler, 50 we put 50 pounds of pressure in here. It's supposed to be about 20. We put 50 in. And we tried to identify if there was a leak in the boiler, and there was not. It stayed that same pressure for an hour, and so I think if there is a leak, it's somewhere in the pipes, which will be a lot harder to find. But that's where we're sitting now. We don't need heat anymore. So this fucking thing's gonna turn off, I think. And I see the plumber left some piping stuff here. Let me see, is that too hot? I can pick it up. Is that even on the video? You guys even see it? Okay. Alright, that's called pipe thread sealant. Let nothing escape. So I'm gonna take that for myself. And yeah, that's going to be the end of the video. Solid Nate back in the boiler. I really want I want to wait and see if this thing's going to kick on, though. Let's actually stay on here while we're here. I'm not going to let any pressure out of this thing. It's supposed to go up to 30, the pressure relief valve. And 25 I don't think is going to hurt it. We're at 25. The heater's literally off right now, though it just turned off as I got in, so it might take some time to warm up. It's very dry in here. There's no leaks. Looking around the back here, it's too dark. These boiler rooms are always so dark. Be nice to have additional light in here, but you just got the one light, so you can't see much. You have to have your own light, but it's very, very dry, very warm in here. So when we were working on it, it was cold as fuck. Very cold in the boiler room. He actually even said, he's like, be nice if they would have installed a heater in here, like a radiator. But, on days like this, that would be way too hot. You wouldn't want that. It's hot in here. It's, I don't know, 90 degrees in here in the boiler room. We don't have a thermometer, though. I'd like to put one in. Put a thermometer, like, right here on the wall. Just be able to tell what temperature it is in the boiler room. I might have to look into that shit. I was actually just at Target